Well, welcome back. For all of you that are sick of the golf box stuff, this one's for you. This has nothing to do with golf boxes. It has everything to do with 3D printers. Kind of for golf boxes, but we're not going to look at the golf boxes in this one. So, we are going to build, as you saw, a really, really cool, not only filament storage, filament that keeps it dry, it's going to also dry it as well in that big case. So what we have here is I got a whole bunch of these. Hold on. I sneeze. You didn't need to hear that. All right, these are for gun safes. You heat them up to reactivate them. So I got a whole box of those. The workhorse of this thing, we're also going to put some computer fans in there. I have a few different kinds, just to kind of circulate air. We also have this. This is the workhorse. Dehumidifier for gun safes. It raises the ambient temperature to just over room temp. So this will sit in the filament dryer and just run constantly. Maybe I'll put it on a timer. I don't know. It's for gun safes. You just put it in there. It's a dehumidifier. So it just stays running. We're going to put that in there. All right. I have wood. I don't know exactly how we're going to do it, so I'll set the shop up. All right, now I'm going to cover my golf stuff here with my sweatshirt, my launch monitor. And then I have to figure out what I'm doing. I know you saw it, but don't tell me how I did it yet. I don't want to know. I'm going to figure this out on my own. I don't need you guys. Got a fire going. Good oak in there. I'm going to figure out what I'm doing. All right, so I found this monstrosity on the side of the road one day. And I knew it would come in handy. I'm hoping to put at least 4 3D printers on this. I want to put my 3 SV04s and my Ender 3 S1 Plus. So 300, so bigger printers. So we got about 6 feet by a little over 3. So a little under 6, under 3, a little over 3. It is heavy. So I am gonna build as big of a base as I can for this thing. We're gonna come all the way out, all the way down. I want as much storage as I can in here. Oh boy, yeah. We're gonna use pocket holes. We're gonna use these 2x1s. I'll double stack them on certain things. Then we'll build walls with some plywood. I got a whole bunch of wood here. I don't know if I have any 1/4 inch, but we'll see. And then on the inside, I'm going to paint it with like a rubber paint or some sort of outdoor paint. And we'll see, just to basically waterproof the inside so no moisture can seep through. All right, I'm going to get to it and listen to music. All right, so I got a bunch of these cut up. We're going to do 5 feet across the table here. And then we're going to do 2 feet 4 inches down. And then for how tall it's going to be, we're going to do 32 inches. So I'm going to cut these at 25 for these because they're going to butt up against these. And then there'll also be either wheels or big feet on it, so it'll be even higher. I want to be able to work on my printers here, right? So I want it high and I want a lot of room underneath it. All right, so mock these up. These are the legs. So if you take a look here, 25 upright. So these are going to go here. They're going to get kind of pushed towards the back. So I have a little lip here for kind of hanging out in. So I got this one. We'll go here. I got this one to go here. Then across the top you'll have these 5-foot beams, and that's going to place on top of them, so you know, it kind of hides these crimes here. And then I'm going to build more down, you know, more 25-inch down beams, and that'll sit on there where it's going to add more strength. So each one of these is going to be its own separate part and then brought together. I've done this a number of times with other projects. On the golf ball dispenser, I've done that. So it turns out it gets really strong. And then what I do is I router out holes in. So I'm going to take this. This will kind of router here to make it look good. Well, this side. This will be the outside. I'm not really worried about crimes here. There's going to be a lot of paint on this just to kind of hold it in, and especially on the inside there's going to be a lot of paint. And then I'm going to take like a rabbit, I think it's called a rabbit hole, and I'm going to grind off a lot of that, and I'm going to seed in 1/4-inch plywood. So it'll be like a nice thing here, and then that'll all get painted. I don't think I'm gonna stain anything. I'll just paint it with a lot of paint, take it outside. So that's the basics of what we're doing on here. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put the rest of it together, and then we'll have to figure out, you know, I want some sort of power, an a battery backup. I want a larger battery backup in there to plug the printers into, so if the power goes out, they just keep going, because the SV04s sometimes have trouble restarting after a power outage, so it kind of sucks. The Ender doesn't have that problem, but I'm sure there's some other code I could put in there to make it work. I just don't want to mess with them. They work so well. So we'll just put the battery back up. It's good to have that anyway. And then we'll need, you know, a bigger power strip we'll put in there as well to have, you know, more power. I want everything to be able to, I want to be able to move this thing and have one big giant cord that goes to my battery backup, and then everything plugs into that. And then we'll have to develop the shelving, because I want only like half of it, you know, up to here, filament storage, open filament, because I have a lot of different colors. And then here be like tools, pull out drawers and stuff like that. Or maybe I'll just here, and then here be able to open up, and we'll have filament storage. We'll kind of see as I build this, I'm going to wrap my brain around it. Of course, you guys have already seen it, so you're lucky. I don't know what I'm doing yet. It's all a guess. I'm going to go ahead and do some stuff, listen to music. I'm going to have something important I'll bring in. All right, just made a trip, got a bunch of wood. Got a little bit there. Don't listen to the music going on in the car, but got all my wood there. We're gonna unload it. Spent a lot of money getting that. I bought a putter too. I got fitted for a putter. It'll be coming in a couple weeks, I'm sure. All right, let's get this wood unloaded, huh? So we have most of it built up. Got all that wood. Got all the stuff. I don't know. I got this kind of like I don't know, whatever this stuff is called here. Buffalo board or whatever it is, MDF. So I have that, and I think it's going to be the bottom. I also have 1/4 inch ply, and then I got a bunch of this, and since I'm painting, this actually might be what the sides get made out of. That get put in here. As a side, just because it's cheaper, and I'm going to paint it anyway, so there's no real reason to do, you know, something special with wood or whatever. So I have this, I think it's called the rabbit bit. It's going to cut out a circular part inside there so that board can lay flush in there, and then I can glue it in and tack it in with some little nails, and it'll stay in there, adding strength, and then be recessed. So I'm gonna finish this up here, and then I'm gonna router those little holes. Okay, so we got these together, we got the back routed out. Now I am putting a nice little bevel here, just to kind of clean it up. We'll sand that down later. I always get ahead of myself when I'm doing this stuff and start painting. I'm gonna put the whole thing together, and then we're gonna paint it. Probably when it gets warmer. So I have that back piece done for this one. Where'd it go? All right. Yep. So this is just gonna get glued in there. I have my itty bitty pin nailer. This is like pin, like teeny tiny little pins that'll hold it in there while the glue dries. So, but again, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, trying to make sure I kind of process things, because again, I've done this kind of thing before and I always get ahead of myself. But I mean, my channel motto is I do things the wrong way so you don't have to. So I'm gonna screw up even in this. So got that routed. I'm gonna router the rest of that. Routering is messy, so when you're doing work in your simulator, make sure you cover up your simulator stuff. I got all mine covered, so then I can vacuum it later. Okay, we got this. I use my little pin nailer, and we got this. Ignore this. Shh, shh. Remember, I do it wrong so you don't have to. Don't do this. It's supposed to be on the back side, but I did it. Anyway, looks pretty good. Remember, we're painting this, so any woodworkers here, I'm sorry. I understand. Please forgive me. I'm gonna paint wood, and I'm gonna make mistakes. The only thing is, it's gonna look good at the end. There's just gonna be a lot of mistakes along the way. So, not only is this glued, I don't even know if wood glue is good for this kind of stuff. Nailed in. When all this dries, I'm gonna finish this off with liquid nails all the way around, and then it's gonna get that coat of really good paint to cover this. Same with the outside. What I'll probably do is I'll probably mask this. I'll paint the entire thing. Yeah, we'll paint the entire thing with a really good base coat of primer, like a gray primer, the entire thing, maybe a couple coats, really good. Then I'll mask this part off, or then I'll do white. Maybe I'll do white. Yeah, I'll probably do white is the main, I don't know, some color is the main color. Do the whole thing, then mask this off and then do another color for this trim and pull it off, so we got kind of a multicolor thing that looks good. Maybe I'll ask the wife what she wants, because this thing might look pretty cool when we're done. I'm going to do it with the back of this one. So because the things I get aren't as big, so we're going to have a front, top, and a bottom. One of these, and then like here it's going to open, and then all the filament will go in here. Or maybe if I have enough room, I'll build something off to the side and this entire thing will be filament storage. I don't know if I'm gonna do sliding things here or not. So I do believe I'm gonna, once I put it together, I'm gonna have to add some supports, basically just another, you know, 5-foot thing that goes across that's gonna support all the way on the inside as a whole new thing, just to give it some extra strength. So, and then whichever one ends up being the back, I'm gonna take something like this, you know, 25. I'm gonna put it in here right in the center, and then that'll also add strength to the back. And then put my 2 pieces in there. Yep. All right. Remember when I said I do things the wrong way, so you don't have to? Well, I just did. I had one of these in the middle of the big thing, and then when I went to go put my side panel on, I only get these 2x4 things that didn't fit in any way. So we're gonna do, I found a piece of 1x6 aspen sitting around, so I'm gonna use this. This will give me that extra length in between there. Okay, we got a lot down. I gotta wrap my brain around some stuff. I don't know where my remote went to the GoPro, so that's kind of confusing me. I had it, and then now I don't. So we're just doing some cleanup, random cleanup here. You always keep your shop clean. Come on. All right, I'm gonna show you what we did here. Put these here. All right, so like I said, I'll bring you. Said this wasn't wide enough, so I got another piece. I made it wide enough. Again, if you're a woodworker, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm doing the right thing. I don't know. Seems to be stuff that works for me. So again, this is all going to be painted. So you see how nice, you know, this looks. I'm going to do a little bit of sanding, and then on the back side, I'm going to kind of see how it's glowing through because it's barely there, but I'm going to fill that all in with liquid nails. So, and this is the back anyway. The front, I'm not sure what we're going to do yet with what kind of drawers we're going to utilize, but we're going to zip this thing all together, and we're going to kind of, I need to wrap my brains around it and what's going on. I can't draw things because things change. My subconscious knows what's happening, but the conscious mind doesn't know. And he's just telling me to go on, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna zip this together. I'm gonna bring this down. I'm not gonna put this one on, we're gonna put these side panels on. I wonder if I threw my remote away or burned it. Sometimes I accidentally burn stuff that I shouldn't be burning. Alright, so this is the back. We are going to get these side panels here. Alright. 24, this is 25 upright. Nope, upright like that. And these are just going to go on the side here. Oh, hey there. Hey there, hi there, ho there. Okay. Going to do is we're going to Kreg these, drill it in there, glue and screw. glue and screw. Did I leave it outside? Huh? Where's my remote, man? Honestly. It's exactly where I put it. That's all I know. I'm not gonna need this anymore. There. Put my remote away. Is it in here? Buy stuff. And then you lose it because you're ridiculous. Huh? Where's your remote? Tell me, Bruce. Ooh, farts. Whatever, we're gonna find Craig tool and go through some stuff, huh? Upright. We're gonna drill into this. Why is the heat on? Shut off. You don't hear that. Let's turn that fan back on. You guys don't need to be watching for now, so. Alright, well, I found it. It was underneath my tape measure right in front of me. Feel about as smart as a $2 whore on a half-price Thursday. Alright. Let's get this done. Well, not done. We're gonna work on it a little bit. I got some pocket holes drilled here. No real rhyme or reason. We're gonna lube this up, and again, we're gonna sand stuff, and then we're gonna paint it. So we're not real concerned about looks at this moment. Just kind of want everything to be like kind of square, and maybe at the end we'll be able to hide all our crimes with, you know, different things. Maybe I'll have to trim it or do some sort of edge banding, I don't know, but easier just to make stuff and make it up as you go, and then maybe it'll turn out good. It's gonna function. I just know that. I know the functionality is gonna be there. I'm just lubing this up. When you do your edges like this, you kind of want your edges to be dry, especially where you cut. It kind of soaks in. A lot of times you want to put it on there, let the glue dry a little bit, and then re-glue it, because it likes to soak in. But I just like to use a whole lot of glue and kind of ignore all that nonsense. Alright, get our screws. Now, I'm not worried about it being, it's going to straighten itself out. It's going to be 90 at some point in its life, just probably not going to be perfect 90 now. It doesn't need to be. I think I'll hurt my head trying to get that done. So I'm going to line it up on the edge, zip it in, line up on that edge, zip it in, and then I'm going to play with it so it lines up, just, you know, because wood is warped and whatnot. So we're just going to line this edge up. And we're going to zip her down. off the edge there, but it sucks. That's alright. We won't do it on this one. We'll make sure to hold it. Looks like we're fairly good on the back. We'll be able to push that a little bit. Before we go down, come on, let's push. Need a hammer. Tap that in. Might have to live with that, but I don't really want to. I'm going to try to push that in. Lock my wheels. I can get this middle part. This one's good, so let's lock this into place. Perfect. We're locked in there. Straight. You're hiding crimes, huh? That's fine. I got a big old sander. Bust that. Just, it's out by a little bit, which is what else? What are you beeping at? I got my activity done for the day. All right, let's lube this one up and we'll slap her on. Well, we got that done. This one was a little easier. I used some angle brackets. Put it on there, clamped it in so it didn't come off the side. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do it right now, but what needs to happen is this. This is the front, but this is going to have, you know, like a glass panel on it, so I can see into it and see my filament. It's going to be some sort of looking glass or whatever. And of course, all these will bend in, and you know, everything will square itself up as best it can. Yeah. That looks good. That's going to look neat. Let's see. Let's bring it. And then, yeah, this is going to be big. This is a filament dryer. It's going to be huge. So here, it's kind of the top angle there. We're gonna have drawer. I don't know if I'm gonna have it like open up like this, or slide, or what we're gonna do. So
it's now time for bed.
Okay, it's bedtime, I guess. So, and what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take some of this. And this is gonna create the bottom. I think I have thicker stuff, like 3/4, and it might be even like 3/4 inch ply, because I need that at bottom to be real robust, like real nice. Because I'm gonna put some sort of feet on there to level it out real nice, and it might even be, maybe even I could put casters on there to be able to roll it, but probably not. So this will fit, you know, inside there. Trying to wrap. You guys got to help me out. What am I doing? What should I do? You already seen it. Come on, tell me. I'm gonna paint the whole thing. Should I think I should clamp it for the night. together. So I mean, it doesn't matter, I'll be able to bring them in, but if I clamp it, you know, right angle clamp them for the night, then we know we're kind of staying true all night. Well, all this, you can see this back corner here, this one here, is kind of, you know, out, but again, you know, you bring it in with the clamps. So I think we'll do that. All right, welcome back. It's been a little bit for me, not a little bit for you. I decided I am gonna seal this up now because I don't know what I'm doing with the front and I kind of want to get a good picture. Got my corner clamps on, I got it all glued, and we're just gonna zip it down. And then we're gonna try to figure out exactly what we want to happen here. Alright, we got that. Let's give her a little test fit here. We're gonna see what it looks like. I'm gonna keep it as a dryer. Alright. Let's look. Alright. I don't know if I want it all the way back. We'll see. Sorry I don't have better light in here. I got other lights I gotta set up, but let's take a look. Let's bring it down. That sun is really in a bad spot for filming. Yeah, that sun's really bad. So this fire is just refusing to go. So my heater's going. Wasting propane. I come up here and do my business. You guys want to sit here for a second, huh? Why don't you hang out here and look down? Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit 4 on here, but I should be able to fit my 3 really big ones, and then maybe I build another. I have on the road. This might fit the Elegoo Neptune 4 Pro, and maybe this could sit off to the side, and maybe that's where I'll build a drawer, or I'll use like, you know, I'll just get one of these instead of building something, you know, and I'll put that on there, and then I'll have like a rolling kind of shelf or something like that, you know, maybe not these exact ones, the wider with one more, something like that, you know, just to make it easy. You don't have to make everything, you know, so maybe something like that, because that's there. But yeah, I'm liking this. I think I am just going to do 100% filament dryer in here, so this very well could turn out to be like a multi-part video. So let's go inside. Let's go inside it, huh? Let's have a chat, go inside, try to figure what we're doing. Come on, get away from the sun. All right. So, this is huge. Where's the tape measure? Our inside dimensions here are 27.5 by 59. Yeah, 59. So that's huge. That's massive. What I don't want to do is lock myself into a configuration. As my needs change, as the business changes, I want mobile shelves in here. So I am going to finish the floor, I'm going to finish everything. But as far as like how the filament sits in here, it might just be thrown in there. I think I'll up and back here, you know, maybe I'll build some shelving for where the rod goes. For the heating element, and then I'll probably just set those little things in here, the silica packets, and then set, I don't know if the UPS is going to go in here or on the side. Most likely it'll go on the side. It doesn't need to be in here. It can be on that side thing. I got 2 pillars inside. I'll take you in there and we'll chat about it. We got 2 pillars on the side, and I print in between those pillars, so I can go a little bit bigger than this. So I think the UPS, UPC can sit on the outside, and then this will just be one big old dryer. Those fans will go in here. They're USB fans, and they'll just kind of just circulate air constantly. So this is crazy. I got to figure out what I'm doing here. What should I do here? Like outside, this is huge, right? You don't, like, I'm thinking of sliding, right? Then I could slide or open. I don't want to pull here, but I don't know if I'm going to need one. I'm going to need to put, I think, more bracketing here to strengthen that side. This, just for future proof, years down the line, this could sag. Maybe not once I zip it in, but you guys are just sitting there, you're not helping. Okay. Well, hey there. It's been a while for me, again, and not a while for you. Figured I'd bring you in, show you what I've been up to. We have 2 layers of 3/4 ply on the bottom. I gooped on 3 bottles of liquid nails, just a variety of it. I went and bought, you know, bought them out of the $2.99 stuff and then bought them out of the $3.99 stuff. So I don't even know what the other brands were, but use this one too. It is basically all the corners. Bring that. So all the corners, everywhere here, down here, just gooped it on there. So big reason, I want it to be strong. I need it to be strong. I also am going to lift this by myself a lot, and I want to be able to grab one end and just have it be that strong and robust. These are screwed down in there. There's going to be big feet on the bottom again. I don't quite want to tilt it up and show you the bottom yet, but we'll do that later. So I still don't know what I'm doing with the front. Some sort of glass panel. Again, I might build little little wood things that go on there now. I don't know. I'll figure something out to go there, because I don't want them to be big, right? I don't want to open up a giant thing. I need to be able to get in there easy, and I don't want to have, if there's something in front, I don't want massive doors opening up. So maybe like a couple, like 3, you know, we'll figure it out as we go. It'll most likely get brought downstairs and be used until I kind of wrap my brain around how I want that to open. And I'll just get some plastic to put in there now that'll just kind of take on and off. So yeah, what I did, I went and show you. I'm gonna clean up after this. You guys can watch a time lapse of me cleaning up, but went and got a bunch of stuff. Had to get a real piece of plywood because that 2 foot by 4 foot stuff didn't work. So I went and got a bigger piece so I could cover that whole bottom. And then L&M had all this free BTUs just laying there. So I went and grabbed that with the truck there. Yeah, so my buddy brought over a bunch of wood, and then now I got all those free BTUs because it's sunny out, but it's 20 degrees out right now. Just don't want to be using a propane. Some of that can be used next year too. All right, well, why don't you guys watch me do an hour of work in 10 minutes here, or 10 seconds. Well, hello again, world. I don't know how far into this video we are. We were gonna paint this thing, but the weather keeps getting bad. It's cold. And I've seen a lot of people have these and they don't have paint. Plus the kid did some artwork in there. We're just gonna leave it for now because I'm sure it'll be moved. What I have is some plastic sheets I get from L&M. I like this stuff a lot. It's really easy to cut. I can cut it with my Black & Decker matrix thing here. I love these tools. They're super cheap. There, and I got a blade in there that allows me to cut this stuff. What I'll do is I'll measure it out, and this will be kind of like sliding doors here. It'll go in there and they'll slide. I already have the groove in there, if you remember, and just open and close. Be all right. Oh yeah, I got another chainsaw too. Oh yeah, you gotta sharpen these blades. They come really dull, but I like that. Okay, I'm gonna make some chicken fingers. I always work out here and I don't eat, so. Why aren't you? Oh, you're not plugged in. So, I'm going to dump my chicken fingers in, and then I'm going to get to moving the wood there. Oh, only I'm going to eat. These back in the freezer. So, gotta get to moving this wood, and then we're gonna work on that. So we quickly measure in here. Let's make sure we can do 25 and 3/4. And let's see if this one allows us to do 25 and 3/4. It does. Let's see if the middle doesn't sag. I think we do 25 and 3/4 all around. All right, I'm gonna cut it, put her back. Okay, so I put some bracing on the back here. I cut this out, I haven't ripped it off, but you can see I open it up, I close it, and I put little handles on there, but still gonna put little handles on it, but you can see I can just open and close it, and I got my little doors here. So all I did is, you can see, I just screwed on extra pieces here to keep that in, and then that just closes up. So that's how we're doing that mess. Now I think the next time you'll see it is inside. I'm gonna put some backing material. Let's see. I have foam and I think I just got foam here, but I'm going to put it kind of along the top edge. And that's what that'll sit on, just kind of sealing up, you know, moisture as much as we can. The thing with this is it's in the basement, but I have a really big dehumidifier running, and it keeps that roughly 30. I have it set at 30, so it's in between 30 and 35% humidity. So in here, with that rod and those things, it should really act as a filament dryer, and not just, you know, storage and keeping it dry. Like, it should actively dry it as I leave it in there, you know. Yeah. Now we got to clean the basement up. I got some prints going, so I got to wait for that, and we'll bring these in. Cool beans. Alright, so as you can see, this is my 3D printing area. I have to get all these cleaned up. I don't think I need the vast majority of this stuff over here to be in it, but if it's so big, it's going to get stored in it. What I want to be able to do is have this, all these colors available, accessible, and labeled, so I know how many of each one I have. Because when someone orders something, I come down here and I'm like, ah, crap, I'm almost out. So I kind of want to have a catalog and do a little bit better. So we can move all this stuff, remove it all out of the way. I won't be able to move it in for like another 10 hours here, probably in the morning, because these are going to be printing. But once these are done, these are my SV04s, Ender 3 S1 Plus. I have an Elegoo Neptune 4 on the ground, and then I have an SV04 upstairs as well. So 3 of those. So 5 printers total. I need more. So this might be, the thing will fit here. I'll fit as many printers on that as I can. And then eventually, once we clear out all this baby stuff for, you know, garage sales or whatever, I can move it back there, or hopefully the business is big enough where I'll just build a building, which is probably the main game plan. So yeah, this is the dirty area we got to clean up. Well, I get excited, so this isn't going to be 100% complete, but I have to bring it in. I don't want to stop my printer. We have that one going there. I can't really see what's going on. There we go. I have this printer going here. Once this is done, this table's getting moved. I have everything moved. This is the new one. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm hoping that maybe this one will fit here somewhere. I don't know. These are pushed back all the way. I can go forward a little bit, but I'm hoping that third one fits here. And we also have the UPC plugged in, so if you look here, let's bring you down. It's already going to be a long video, so there will be a part 2 with how well this works and kind of changes. I needed to get this in to kind of look at what I was doing, see what I need, what I can change. So this is the gun safe heating rod. This is the USB for the fans, and then we're coming out to my UPC here, and that's what all these printers will be plugged into. It's a 1500 watt cyber power, so any sort of power glitches, anything like that, this will be able to handle. So that's what everything's going to be plugged into. It'll probably just be right on the side. You know, I cut little holes here for that. Go around the front. Let's go. All right. So here's my printers, and as you can see, this, you know, once we get rid of the baby stuff and, you know, clean this up, or even build a whole new building, since this is just expanding so much, this will go outside. But I just wanted a giant dry box, so this entire basement I try to keep it at 30 anyway with that big dehumidifier. So I just put all this stuff in here. We got sliding doors. I got all the silica packets, but there's like 10 of these in there as well. There's little fans blowing it around, and then you got the heating rod in back. Show you that. That's the heating rod. There's a little thing so you can see all their filament. I still have to figure out how to organize it, but it's just in there for now. We're at 40. I think that's just ambient down in this basement at this point. I took them out and I had them all over my hands. I literally just put them in there. So we're gonna give it a little bit. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, this one's already at 36, but there's 2 USB fans in there blowing stuff around. That heater's gonna be going. So basically this is a dry box. You know, it's a filament dryer. That's all the filament dryer does. Yeah, I don't know. This video's gotta end. So that's it. So remember, I do it the wrong way, so you don't have to.